Alright, so topic. Thrifty Walt Disney World decisions. 4 top things. Travel buddy, timing, decision time, and your budget. Keep in mind, people, Walt Disney World is a massive resort. So to begin, you need to figure out how you're going to go about it. Are you going to stay on the resort? They have so many different choices of resorts with different budgets, well, 4 different budgets that could accommodate you. Now, if you're traveling with a family or if you have multiple people, yes, look into resorts. Go for it. They have dining. If your family's an eater and you guys love snacking and eating your 3 meals a day, then yeah, this might work better for you. It might be more cost effective for you to check out their website for their special offers and their vacation plans, because their vacation plans have dining plans, meal plans. They save you money on the trip, transportation wise, getting to and from. They have different levels of expenses, I guess you could say, or cost and pricing of rooms. They even have value rooms that are themed. And especially if you're not familiar with the area and you're just like, I just want to stay at the resort because I don't know the area, that's fine. But all I'm saying is do it in a thrifty way. They have great programs where you can book your vacation and multiple people can pay into it. I'm not familiar too much with this. A coworker of mine explained this to me, that you can actually call the number and say, hey, I want to go in June of this year. I want this room with this and this. And you can go ahead and book it and slowly go onto your Disney account and slowly pay into it yourself. So that way, you know, the money's there. You don't have to worry about accidentally spending it. And then you, a cousin or a friend, you guys can all pay into the trip and go. Now let's say something happens where you have to change the date. Whatever pricing that you booked it as, you are locked into it. From my understanding, again, I have not personally looked into this, but a coworker told me this, and she actually went through and took her trip last year. So I'm gonna say she was right because she did it and it all worked out and she was fine. If you do have to change the date, you're still locked in at that price. No questions asked. You could push back your date if you need to, or if for some odd reason you want to move it up. It's no additional charging to do that, as long as you know, of course, it's within reason in advance. But all of this stuff that I found is on the website. They give you projections like, hey, if you're a family of 4, you want the meal plan, this is how much it's going to cost to go to 4 parks. If you don't want the meal plan, this is how much it's going to cost. They even tell you about, you know, the benefits of it. You get your fast pass planning earlier. You get access to extra magic hours, complimentary transportation, complimentary magic bands, and then your Disney dining plan access. Now, with the fast passes, I say if you're worried about standing in lines and you're going with a bunch of people, then this might work for you, because you get access to fast passes 60 days in advance, or if you stay off site, you only get 30 days in advance. But I was just trying to, you know, play with this a little bit, and if I were to say go to Walt Disney World in November, this is what it's looking like per day if you want to sit here and go for 4 days. If you do it in December, it goes up a little bit, well, of course, for the holidays. January, it goes up, you know. That's why I keep saying make sure you plan and communicate with your travel party what's going on. Now, if you're in a family of 4, mom, dad, 2 kiddos, or whatever, then you don't really got to communicate with anybody but, you know, your better half. But still, to make those decisions, you want to make sure you think about it and do what's best for your budget and your party. If you can't go because of work scheduling till peak time, then guess what? You just have to bite the bullet and try to trim some fat somewhere else. Like if you're like, okay, the tickets are going to cost us a lot because we can only get off in peak time. Okay, well maybe you shouldn't stay at the resort, because keep in mind, if you guys are eaters, you can bring in your own snacks. And that's, in my eyes, a better deal than sitting here thinking you're going to eat somewhere, but, you know, you just don't want any of that stuff. You rather go with your gut and what you're used to. But for 4 days, I guess I was just playing with it for somebody, one adult over the age of 10, for tickets, for one ticket, plus tax, about $472. That's one adult. So, I mean, if you can get those tickets in advance, do it. If you got your discounts, military discounts, or whatever kind of discount you want to use, do it. But also keep in mind that sometimes, you know, they have those special offers that you can book in advance as well. Another thing to keep in mind is we have this great new trend coming out, Airbnbs. A lot of them are sponsored now, so if people are concerned with Airbnbs being, oh, it's somebody's house or whatever, some of these hotels are sponsoring Airbnbs as well, so they look pretty nice. And you save money, and you get access to experiences on top of that. And I like the thing about Airbnb because if you're not from Florida like I am, they suggest cities, neighboring cities and neighboring neighborhoods that you might want to stay at that could be even more cheaper with a short commute. Now, again, if you're like me and not from Florida, you may be concerned with, oh, I don't want to get a rental car. I don't know the city. I don't want to, you know, get lost or this and that. Hey, I understand. But still, we have this day and age where so many of these big companies are sponsoring things to make it more safe that why not dabble in it? Like, you could sit here and stay somewhere as low as $45 or even $35, and it's right in here at attractions per night. You could save so much money and put it towards maybe a dining plan, or put that money towards the tickets, or put that money towards the transportation to get there. Now, with that being said, with you cutting the fat somewhere else, that gives you less stress on paying for other parts of the trip that you just for sure want to do. Absolutely. Like, if you sit there and say, no, I want to buy my ears. I want to buy $60 ears. Okay, well, by cutting the fat and staying somewhere else that's a little bit cheaper, that's only $35 a night instead of $150 or $100 a night, you can sit there and get your fancy ears without dreading it or beating yourself up about it later. Or even saying, it's not possible because we have to pay for this, and this. Trim the fat to make it worthwhile. Destination transportation moolah. Okay, so once you settle, hey, I'm going to Walt Disney World. How are you going to get there? I drove my first time to Florida, and honestly, it wasn't too bad. But back to transportation. People are concerned with, hey, I don't want to rent a car. I want to stay on the resort because I don't have to worry about anything. Well, to ease your mind, Walt Disney World's like, hey, we're going to be smart and partner with Lyft. So we have our own Minnie Mouse vans that will transport you from your off-site location to the park. Now, on top of saving money there, saving money on clothes. I know you guys look on Pinterest and see those beautiful shirts and toys, and you want to make this trip for your kids amazing. Guess what? Instead of spending a whole bunch of money at Target for little cute Disney trinkets, go to Dollar Tree. At the end of the day, they're kids. If you get them a Cars cup and a Cars coloring book with a Cars toy, they're happy. And then ears. Yeah, everybody wants those big old fancy ears, but people on Etsy are killing the game with ears. I've seen ones that were like $11 and were beautiful. Walmart's hopping in it as well with selling custom little Disney stuff. Like, look at this. You can get your grandpa hats, your dad hats, your mom hats, your auntie hats, and you guys can all be a big family. Your daughters can have cute little ears that are like $6 to $12. Your little preteen sons and daughters can have cute little hats too. And you guys can be a Disney family without hurting your pockets. By spending $35 per hat, you could spend $10 to $12. Or if you're crafty like me, or crafty in general, or have a cousin or whatever who's crafty, go to Walmart and get some plain black ears like the ones right here and DIY them yourself. There's so many places you can go to DIY it yourself, like Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann Fabrics, that you can make them more unique to yourself. And then a little plug, if you are shopping for little travel totes, Walmart is seriously stepping their game up with their travel gear that I'm just in love. I was already in love with Amazon and Ross and Marshall's travel stuff for being so low prices, but look at these cute little totes that are only like $26. And like I said, back to Amazon. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. I'll try to be more organized. You can get your cute little t-shirts for $15, $11, or whatever you try to find. Really, you could just look. They even have cute little gift sets. So if you want to surprise your kiddos and say, hey, we're going to Walt Disney World. That kit was only like $25 on Amazon. Like, go to Disney, but go to Disney thrifty and smart, so that way you can get more out of your vacation and actually see it as a reachable goal. I hope this helps you guys. Subscribe.